So I said I was going to do this for quite a while, so we'll do it right now. The overview on the Storck Aerfast 20th edition. So this model itself, I think this was released about late 2015 by Marcus Storck. The frame itself, there's only 200 made. This number is number 32 of the 200. And this was built by a good friend of mine who has ceased trading since, but yeah, he's a great mechanic, and a massive kudos to him for building such a great bike. So just an overview of altogether kind of thing. So initially when I bought it, it was frame only with the actual forks. So the actual weight of the frame initially was 950 grams, and then the additional the forks, I think it was about 370 grams. So in total I think 1320 altogether, which isn't bad. It's a narrow frame, as you can see from the direct mounted rear brake as well. It's under the frame. So yeah, great piece of kit. Value wise, the frame itself with the fork retails for 4200 as far as I know. Initially when I bought it was probably a little bit more because it was only being released. So I bought this bike, as I say, late 2015 and had it built in around late February, start of March 2016. So I've had it since then. So had a few changes to it since I first got the bike. So when I first got the bike, I had SRAM group set on it, and then I wanted to make that switch to DI2. So had the DI2 initially built into the bike before it left the workshop. So I have a bit of a mixture on it really, to be honest. So I've got a 6870 front and rear derailleurs, and then I've got the new 800 or 800 crankset, as you can see, on the front. So wanted to go with that, like this. So I like the idea of the oversized cranks as well. So just wanted to run with that one as well. Great reviews on it as well, and it's never let me down since. So we go into a little more detail with that, with the cassette and the block and everything else kind of thing as we go. But as regards the frame, so initially what this came with was the frame, the forks, the handlebars, and the saddle with the seat tube. Okay, so the initial saddle itself is a Storck saddle, and it's a limited edition, 20th edition as well for the actual model of the bike as well. The handlebars themselves are the same. They're limited edition, 20th edition as well, which have stamps on the front of the bike. So this is them here, hidden by some of the tape. And then upgrades really, what I wanted to do initially is that this initially came with a set of fast forward carbon wheels. And I'm not a big lover of a lot of stuff on the bike, as you can see. It's kind of a lot of it's blacked out. And with the fast forward wheels, there was an awful lot of black and white involved in the wheels as well, which I didn't like. So didn't initially take the fast forward wheels, done a trade-in on them and went with the 303 zip and the forecast. Had a small issue with the rear wheel and the hub in the first few weeks, and in fairness to Zip, they've come back through Richie and they gave me a brand new wheel, which hasn't given me any trouble at all, so which is great. So, but great set of wheels as well, real lightweight, climbing, stuff like that, fantastic. I'm a big lover of the caliper brakes as well. Still haven't gotten around to looking at disc brakes at the minute. I know there's a lot of mixed match out there regarding who likes what and everything else kind of thing, but I'm still a big liker, a big lover of the caliper brakes. The head tube as well, that was another one that came with the actual bike as well. So you can see here, that's a 100mm head tube, or stem, sorry, stem. as regards this, the head tube as well, it's an oversight head tube. You can see it at the front here, and it has the badge for 20th edition. It's the only downside I have about this bike as well, regarding the little kind of badge on the front as well. It's only actually glued on, which I feel is poor considering the price you're paying for the bike. On top of that as well, I've gone with the Keo blade carbon pedals as well. I was trying to keep this bike as lightweight as possible, so this is why initially I spent the extra money to get the carbon pedals on it as well. I do really like them, I have to say. It's my second set of blades. Yeah, and they never fail, so really look forward to it. So overall, as she sits now at the minute, she's 8.8 kilos. That's what she is at the minute, sitting as she is. On the back, on the block, on the back on the cassette. So initially, I've only really taken this bike back out in the last kind of month or so. Before that, kind of I put her away back in late August. And the reason why I switched to an 1130 cassette at the back was we went cycling in France and Spain kind of thing, and over the Pyrenees, so yeah, that came in handy, having that extra bit of room on the back, which is great. So yeah, delighted I've done that. Never had any problems with the charge. I've got two derailleurs. I'm lucky enough to have two derailleurs. I've got the long cage rear derailleur on the back as well for the 1130. As I say, I switched that out sometime last year when I had the 1128 on the back as well, and the short cage derailleur. On the front, we've got a 5236 crankset. So yeah, made the switch as well quite a while ago. Because I felt I wasn't getting anything out of it at all regarding anything smaller, so I wanted to go a little bit bigger, which I've never looked back on, which is good. Anything else about the bike? Nothing much really. I suppose the tape needs a bit of a changing out. I've had this tape since I got the bike as well, so that needs a bit of a changing out. The aero bars on the front as well. It's all yeah, so that's really it. There's nothing else other than that really, apart from the colour of her. Like to keep her darked out as well, like, you know, a bit of a initially when I got these up Wales they had the white decals on them as well, so I changed them out to the black decals. I think it looks an awful lot better as well. As I say, from the fast forward wheels, I just don't like all the detail on the wheels as well. I'd rather just keep them plain. But that's really it. As you can see, she's kept really well. I look after her well. On top of that, we have the junction box hidden under the stem here as well, nice and neat as well. And all internal cable as well. So it's battery in the C-tube. As you can see, it's an aero C-tube as well, which is good. Yeah, as I say, it's a great piece of kit. Really like it, and hope you like the video. So what we'll do is I'll give you another overview of the TCR on the back there, and we know the story about that, why I've taken that on board as well. So I'll give you a quick overview on that as well. I'm hoping to switch that to Di2 as well, please God, in the next couple of months. But for now, let's just give you an overview on this little beauty. So hope you liked the video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe. Thanks.